I'm at the timber yard. I'm going to do a little weekend project. Going to make a Scandinavian bench for my hot tub room. So I'm looking for some PAR 150 by 25 pieces of wood. So let's see how I get on. So I'm going to walk over to the sheds over here, where I think all their wood's been kept dry. See, it's quite a nice timber yard here. All the timbers you need. We've got some wood up here. I'm looking for 25 by 150. I think this, oh hello. I think this is going to meet our needs. How long is it? I think that's about 3.4, is it? Is that 3.4? I think that's I need 12 bits, so 2.8. So that's the one I want. So let's go in and find out the price of it. Ouch. That's all the wood unloaded from the car. Really happy with the quality of the wood. I've noticed that there's quite a few knots on it, so I've got myself some knot solution. I'm going to be using these lost head screws, which are about 35mm, and got some wood filler. So I'm going to measure it all up, hopefully make some cuts tonight, and start assembling it tomorrow. I've just laid all the wood out. So we've got our 4 35.5cm pieces. We've got 12 of our 34.5cm pieces. We've got 14 pieces of wood at 44cm long. And then we've got the slats for at 1.5 meters. So the next job is obvious. Start assembling the Scandinavian bench. So we've got all the wood sanded. We've got 34 centimeters, a 44.5 centimeters, and a 1.5 meter board. That's 1.5 by that's 1.5 by 45. So dependent on the width of the top board, whatever piece you use, you're going to have a gap at the bottom if you cut the short bit to the long bit, so this gap here will be seen. I've left it that of about 1.5 inches because I think it adds a little bit more detail, but that's up to you, your preference. I'm going to start screwing in the legs, and we'll start screwing in the pieces here. I've got some trim head screws, so they'll go straight down. I'm going to pre-drill them first and build it up slowly. So let's see how I get on. Well, we've completed the build, and now we're going going to just fill some holes. Would help if I actually had the filler with me. So we've got this line going across here, so we're just going to fill it quickly. Put a nice little bit. Fill it up. A few little screw holes at the front. And fill it up. So basically what I've done is that I've used this knotting solution and I've just dabbed all the knots I can see, which are on the front boards. Filled it all with wood filler, and now I'm gonna go and have some dinner and hopefully sand it all off tomorrow. Finally finished sanding and filling. Love the way that the top grain meets the end grain. It looks absolutely stunning. So I'm going to rub it down with some mineral methylated spirits, get rid of any dust particles, and then we can move on to the staining, final stage, which will be the stain. Just got back from the shops. Been recommended this Osmo UV protected clear satin oil, which hopefully won't discolour this Swedish plain. I'm going to pour it into a little pot so I don't contaminate the pot every time I put my brush in. Let's see how I get on.